There we go.
There it
Hey,
is.
all right. See, we couldn't get in there. Listen, y'all, it's Fair Media, and we're gonna kick it today. Y'all don't want to miss this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So hit that share button, like, and all that to get that algorithm moving.
Rock stars.
Welcome to Fair Media. We appreciate you all tuning in. Hey, this is us. You know what I'm saying? This is the family. And starting out, I got a request. I got a personal request. Roti, can you do that dance you was doing can you do that again?
What the?
She's getting down, brothers, getting down with her bad self.
What the? Party like a rock star.
Woo. I don't need to be laughing at nobody. I'm in here on fire. Man. I told my kid, I said, yeah. I think God wanted y'all to know what I felt like when I was little. We didn't have no air. Shoot. It's tearing up in here.
I know we ain't had no damn air.
So what's happening, everybody? How everybody feeling?
Burning up.
Why you got a wow over your face?
You know what? There we go. Okay, there we go. I was waiting for the thing. My internet is over here. I'm telling you, man, it's heat.
No, that's the helicopter. I know
that. Hey, look. Of all the things you could make as an excuse, is your internet, man?
No,
that's the hey. You know what? That's the excuse we all have been making tonight. So I just said, why not just use it one more time?
One more again. Hey, as bad as my location is, at least mine was the one that went live. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it did.
Well, yeah.
I'm over here doing bad. I need some help. So one thing I want to talk about is like the channels. Like one of the purposes of what we're doing here is just get everybody together. We all need to be acquainted, get to know each other. Y'all all need to get to know us and who we are outside of our personal channels. And listen, we should like and share, subscribe to all the channels. Just if you can, at least give it a shot. We don't want to force you to sign up for something you don't like. But if like it, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. So we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a little loose today and a really, really organic show. You know what I'm saying? So who do I want to put on the spot? Let's put let's put the new guy on the spot. Let's put the new. Did everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
New guy.
Yeah.
Get really quiet. Go and put the wild back on your face and hide from us again.
Okay, give me 1 second. Give it about 5 seconds. It'll come up. There it is. There it is.
Oh, man.
Little delay there.
Hey man, tell us. See, I was gonna pick on Andrea. I like picking on Andrea, but Andrea was she was here before you, Neil. So I'm sorry. You gotta go.
Gotta put me on a hot seat, huh?
Privilege.
Yeah. So just tell us a little bit about your channel, man, and what you might got coming up, or where you headed, and just tell us a little bit about it.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you all. Thank you all for stopping in. So yes, I am the Unwoke, the real Unwoke. That is the name of the channel. Been pretty much streaming for roughly 2 years now. Yes, I am. Started off as a struggle streamer, so hopefully, going forward, that's not the case. So, yeah, but a little bit. We talk about pretty much everything. I try to keep a wide variety. Anything from politics, culture, pop culture. I try to keep an open forum conversation. I'm willing to talk to anybody who sends it. I'm willing to take in any content anybody wants to send my way. You got the email, and I just want to bring everything to the forefront. I am a Christian, so my priority is to expose the evil that I see coming in our way in our nation the best I can. But other than that, that's pretty much what I'm all about.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. It's funny to me when you because I'm not in the spot because I don't want to ask the question. So I'm looking at everybody like, why you talking? Everybody think about this. What I'm gonna say? So y'all know who next? Marlon, tell them who next. Come on, man. Who next? No, Royalty.
No, because she knew.
Yeah, she knew.
I thought you were gonna go mix the ages,
No, she. Oh, that was a good one. Uh-oh.
Y'all already started.
It's getting hot in
Hot
here.
She said,
Everybody,
"Lord,
if
hold me
Andrea,
back,
if
hold
Andrea
me
says
back."
she know me, and she should understand that this is how it's always gonna be. I'm gonna
Uh-oh,
be that brother that she didn't
don't say
want,
that because we don't
but
want
she
her to
got.
get her always how it's gonna be more.
She know that I'm the brother she didn't want, but she got now.
Uh-oh.
Aw.
Oh, her
Yeah.
love Marlon. She loved Marlon.
Oh, ain't that
I
sweet?
do. I do. I love Marlon so much, and he's always talking crap. But that's fine.
I'm the brother you didn't want, but you got. That's what I'm saying.
Lord.
That's fine. So if you guys want me to go next, then I'll just go next. I have no problem.
No, and I
Marlon.
want you to stay. I want you to let that nervous feel marinate.
Okay.
Now we trying to get it over with. I'm gonna get it over with.
Lordy.
Go ahead, Savage. We want to hear.
Lord
from
have
you.
mercy.
Hello everybody. I am Savage Royalty. I am somebody that loves to research and give knowledge and expose celebrities, crimes, anything that's interesting. I really like to talk about. I'm an overall blogger. I've been on social media for almost 3 years. So this week coming up on my channel, you can go if you click this link that's in the comments. If you click this link that's in the comments, you can go to my
Helicopter, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's
you can go to my channel, which is the Too Strong channel. This week I will be talking about melatonin moms, and I also will be giving some information about a new law that a lot of you guys do not know about, which is called biosledge. Biosledge is basically where bodies will be in the future melted down to liquid and used to make food in farming. So I will be talking about that this week.
oh,
On my channel, Too Strong. Make sure y'all tune in 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
you said Too Strong. Your channel is what?
I'm sorry. What's my channel?
I told
Just
you she was
face
gonna
it.
try and take me out. I told you.
Hey,
Now
I wanna
she did
tell you-
publicly.
I want to
Dang.
tell you the
Just
funny.
face it. Just go to Just Face It, y'all, on YouTube.
The funny thing how I met Royalty, I was doing a live with a friend of mine on a different platform, and I intentionally went there to argue, like to debate. That's what I did. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, is that a bad thing?
We did.
So I came in throwing rocks right off the way. Well, I'm sweating. Woo!
I know.
Like
Me
that.
too,
That's how
man.
he came in right there. That's how.
Yeah, I
he
came in like that, right? And so Royalty came in and she's like, look, let me tell y'all something. I said, oh, I got somebody. What's up? And she was on my side. And I love that. And I kept saying, hey, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Because she wouldn't show her face. And so I hooked up with her and asked her to join the team. And she did. So I'm extremely grateful for that. But thanks for coming in. Yeah. Queen B, what it do?
That's what's up.
Oh,
Do
don't
what
be playing
it
like you
do.
she got to stop. She said, let me relax before I get somebody. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Everybody know who I am. I am Queen B. That's me. And you know what, guys? I'm just enjoying the growth and the learning process. I'm just enjoying just being able to talk. I've always been a talker, and people say I talk too much. But I found my purpose, and you guys just embrace me, and you guys just let me do what I do. So I have Queen B. I'm a part of Fair Media, of course. And on tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking about eaten alive by lice. This little girl was ate to death by lice. I've never heard of anything like that before. My channel, I cover a variety of topics, death, life, the real truth, because as a people and as a nation, I feel like that we are not accepting the truth. I feel like that we see the truth, but we just let it just lay to the side. And I'm one of the ones that want to pick it up, put it in your hands, and put it in your face and say, just come get some of it and let's deal with it.
Let's deal with it. And Queen
So
B be
that's what I'm
keeping it
about.
trill up in here.
Oh,
Alicia
yeah.
says she waiting on that about the UFO. I got it edited, Alicia, but I gotta kind of work on it some more because we've been like swamped with all kind of stuff. We got a lot of stories coming up. In fact, speaking of that, Marlon and I are working on a story for Too Strong with that involves Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. She is allegedly, let's say allegedly for now, hiding. She hid a baby, her first son. And so we got the some good receipts on that. we're gonna be coming out with some good information on that. So y'all want to stay tuned with that. We also got some stuff with Steve Harvey coming up, and I think we're gonna get Royalty involved in that. She was in on that too with the Steve Harvey thing. So we got some stuff like got a lot of some more dirt on Steve Harvey. So the whole platform is growing because people are starting to feel comfortable with us, and they're coming out and they bringing information to us, and it's a good feeling to know that people would trust us with the information before somebody else. In fact, some of this stuff could have went mainstream, but instead of going mainstream, they realize and recognize the corruption there, so they bring it to people that's more down to earth and reachable. You know what I'm saying? So we're here to do that. So it's a good thing, not a bad thing. What's up, downtown Marlon Brown?
The sky is.
I know.
Usually,
either the sky or the lie. Which one is it?
the sky definitely is. USC, it's a UFO. Sky.
Yeah,
Sky the
UFO
lie.
is,
the sky's the limit. Man, have you heard anything about that? About that? Did anybody know that Whitney had a so-called son out there?
No, it's my first time hearing about
Heard
this.
about
Really?
it a little bit.
Yeah.
I heard he looked like Corey.
Who the guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all you gotta do is go to the mall. You can find plenty of people look like me.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
See, he's so racist. Talking about all black people look the same. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
You can hold on. Who put that up there? Put it back up there.
I did. Did anybody see somebody say you can rebuke a UFO in Jesus' name?
Yeah, I saw that. Rebuke a UFO in Jesus' name. Take the wheel, Lord.
UFO mean what's it? Unidentified flying object. That's it.
Yeah.
They used to call that whatever my mom threw at me.
Man, a
But you
pan
know
of-
we got a whole force for that now.
a whole-
They
for
made a
what?
whole force.
Space Force.
There's a whole force to investigate unidentified objects.
And so what they doing?
Yeah.
They finding
It's like a
aliens.
police force to investigate UFOs and aliens.
Oh, really? Tell us. Give us more info on that, because I didn't know. Let me inform
They
me.
did it last year.
Oh, really?
I think they invested about 1.2 million or something like that.
Had a
Probably
whole
more.
hearing with it and all kinds of nonsense
Yeah.
about it too.
Yeah.
Only 1 million?
It's probably more than that. I could have my numbers wrong. Don't
No,
quote
the
me.
rest went to Ukraine, man.
But I do know it's a couple million that they have already invested.
That must be one of the legitimate ones. Because if it was fake, they'd be like, it took us $5 billion. Like
Mhm.
no,
No,
5.6.
I'll get the number for y'all though.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm interested in that.
I'll get it.
I want to take in some calls.
So can I ask a question?
You asked everything. Yep. Who is it for though?
Okay. So it's just to see if y'all heard about this. So did y'all hear that Janet Jackson is supposed to have a child somewhere, a daughter?
I heard that. But I don't know like nothing else about it except that's what I heard. But they be hiding babies. Like
Janet Jackson, how many kids does she have already?
I didn't know. I don't even know she
I
had
didn't know
kids.
she had any.
I didn't know she had kids.
she hide them.
She hide them away, huh?
Oh, Janet.
It's amazing. They'll hide the kids, but they won't hide their plastic surgeries. I don't get it. I mean,
Ooh, that's deep.
Well, that's why they got it.
Hmm.
Oh, they let me know I had surgery right here. Look,
yeah,
is that what they're doing?
they're trying to hide their face from their kids so their kids don't identify like them.
Oh,
He don't look not like me. You've had plastic surgery, sir.
Sick.
I tell you what.
That ain't my baby.
Look at me. Look how I look. Look how he look. We're different.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's
It's who
cool.
Bobby Brown's sister. Hold on, I gotta. Wait a minute. Lita must be watching one of my videos I just put up. I just put that up there. How she? Oh, she on something. Lita, let me. Who you talking about, Lita? I'm gonna find it real quick so I can play it. I gotta play that. But in the meantime, and in between, y'all know it's gonna take me about 10 minutes to find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, man, do not give me the job of putting up no commercials. Let me see. I think this is it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this one. Just everybody. Okay, look, I'm finna play this video, and I want everybody in the audience, and everybody here. We gotta see. I just want to know if it's me. You know, I'm crazy sometimes. So let's see.
I know Geppetto Jackson because me and his mom grew up together. We were best friends. Why?
Oh, well, and who's his mother?
That's classified information. I can't answer that.
Yeah, what'd that say? Donald Jungle really good friends.
Geppetto Jackson became a political artist, so he currently goes by the name of MAGA Jackson. Michael Jackson and Donald Trump were really good friends, so MAGA became a supporter by default. So what we found out is that apparently this MAGA guy has been around them, you know, like the kids and stuff like that, growing up because it's Michael Jackson's nephew. So he changed his name from whatever that was, Geppetto, to MAGA. I think it's called MAGA Jackson. Yeah, because he's a Trump supporter and he's an artist at the same time. So I mean, we got more information that we actually, like, me and Marlon was just on the phone, like literally right before the show, trying to figure out some things and tie it in. But so far, it's looking like it's verified. Everything that we got is verifiable, but we want to verify the verifiable news, and then we're gonna continue. Yeah. So what do y'all think? What does that clip tell you, if anything? Oh, everybody did.
Everybody want to speak at once.
No, what do you think about it? Let me go to the audience and see what they say, because this is crazy. This guy. So she said, "What did I just see?" So let me tell you what that was. That was Bobby Brown's. Wait. Let me get this right. Whitney's sister or something, and she was she adopted him. That's his adopted mom. So somebody asking her, like, who is his mama, and she was like, I can't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? That's classified information.
Okay.
But this guy has been all over the internet saying that Jermaine Jackson is his daddy. Now, the Jermaine Jackson thing is like super crazy because they look like, when I say identical twins, identical twins. Have y'all seen that video we did?
No.
We put up? You got to watch it on Too Strong. Pull it up, Marlon. Pull it up. Pull it up, Marlon.
I hate when you ask us questions like that and you put us on the spot.
No, but Marlon, Marlon know how to do it. He know how to do it quick. Shoot, he quicker than me. If y'all wait on me to do it, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it will take a while.
Can somebody tell me, is this ready?
Huh?
How does it feel? Is it hard?
It is if you're hungry.
Is it real hard?
Yeah, it's hard.
Just eat it. It don't matter if it's ripe or not. Just eat it.
So just leave. I
you're
can
right.
pick it like this.
Yeah.
You can. It's just gonna be hard, like an apple.
Well, how long before it gets soft?
A couple of days.
It started getting mushy
Leave
in
it
the
out
middle.
though. Leave it out though. Leave it out near the sun.
I like eating them when
you
they're
gonna
hard
get
like
And the
that.
windowsill.
Man, I'm not lying. I probably got about 1,000 of these.
Yeah, I got a peach tree.
I would eat it just like
I got
that.
a peach tree outside.
And you know what I did? I took when we first bought the house, I put some fertilizer down there, and I think the fertilizer was so strong it killed all the fruit. My peaches, apples, pears. What else I got? I think I got peaches, apples, and cherries, some other stuff. I don't know what it is. But anyway, all the fruit died. Okay, cool. And then the next year it grew like crazy, but the bugs got it. So this year I had it sprayed with some organic stuff and all that. So it's looking nice and healthy. This is the first year I get some
bugs are protein, man.
Yeah, but now I got to figure out when to pick it. I don't know.
Hey, you could get ahead of the curve. They've been trying to get celebrities to make us eat bugs, and you just join them.
Oh, so we can collect bugs.
Yeah, sell it later, man. That's gonna be money. That's commodity right now.
Hey, really though, pretty soon.
Yeah.
This one here, sir. This one here.
Yeah, that one there.
Oh, this one here. All right, here. This one here.
Now look at the pictures, y'all. Check it out.
You ready?
I was ready. I was the Pepe.
Wait, you got a secret sign. That's something.
Hey, listen. You remember I told you I talked to MAGA Jackson probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago.
MAGA Jackson. Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah, and I told you that he was kind of that. I didn't really believe him.
You weren't too sure. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So listen, check this out. So when we did the interview, and Megan Walsh said that MAGA Jackson is her child's father, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that came out of her mouth. So I was like, okay, wait a minute. And so I went back. I couldn't take it, man. I'm tired, but I couldn't take it. I went back and I looked it up and found all the information he gave me and everything. And I started looking through it and I put it all together. Now I know what you're gonna say. Why you just now saying something? But I'm gonna tell you why. Because I thought it was fake. I thought he was just talking, so I didn't really pay him that much attention. So I went through it and I found some stuff, and it's gonna blow your mind. Check it out.
What?
Yeah. Cool. So what I think we need to do, this is what I called you for. Sorry for waking you up, but this is what I called you for. We need to take some time and go through all of this stuff and get this figured out. I think we own to something. I really do.
Well, count me in.
Got you.
Count me in.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I really, truly, and sincerely feel that we own to something. It's really not a feeling because we got more than what you're thinking. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more information. This is going to blow your mind. Yo,
Pepe.
huh?
Look like a daddy to me.
He the Pepe?
He the Pepe.
Yeah, you know.
I'm Pepe.
I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. 100% he the Pepe.
He the Pepe.
Yeah.
But now what about what's her name? Whitney.
I can't really tell about that. He don't look nothing like her.
He don't.
Well, okay, so
Like
So
Whitney.
Shaq-
I'm gonna give you an old wives' tale to make my point, and maybe Andrea can verify this because it's more along the females that have this story that go around. They say if you have a husband and you're really really in love with that man, the child either comes out looking like a good blend, but if you hate the man, it comes out looking almost identical to the man.
So what you saying? You think
The Pepe because she hate him.
she hate him?
She hate
Yeah,
him.
but he didn't marry her. I don't know.
Why she laying down with people she didn't like?
That's been the story. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that one.
He's a Jackson. He's a
Hey,
Jackson.
Jelly Bean, what you mean we out of sync here? What did he mean by that?
Probably talking conversation wise.
Oh, okay.
I want to go with that.
Tread lightly. We don't do that division stuff. If you enjoy this channel, tread lightly because if we find that we think you trying to be on some division, you out of here. So
I think
trust me.
it might be the feed. I think it's a feed conversation.
No, I don't think so. You trying to help him?
I'm trying to be the nice guy, Corey.
Well, I'm just letting him know we don't do division.
Okay.
Yeah, so tread lightly. That's all I can tell him. If they care about being here, yeah. So
That's my theory.
So you don't think so you don't think he looked nothing like Whitney?
No.
I don't necessarily think so. I mean,
Not
he
like
look more
Whitney.
like Mike.
Yeah, he too ugly to be Whitney.
But then again, though, the Jacksons have a very strong gene.
They do have strong genes. Yeah.
Strong genes.
They do. Right.
Because
Joe
none of them
Jackson.
look like-
Yeah.
None of them look like their mother, actually.
Like Jermaine got 2 other kids, and the youngest one looks just like Michael.
Yeah, they have
Like,
some
identical
really
to Michael. It's crazy.
strong genes.
Sound just
Yeah.
like him too.
Sound like him and look like him?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
like Jermaine has a younger kid that looks exact, and I mean carbon copy of Michael, and sounds exactly like Michael.
Yeah.
Now I
No
heard,
way. Really?
I heard that.
Wow.
I heard that it might have been it could have been, and don't quote me on this, but I think I heard that Jermaine and Michael had kids by the same woman, the same woman.
I could see it.
Something like that. That's crazy, man, how people get involved in that kind of wild stuff, man. That's like ugh. I just can't imagine that. That's terrible. Desperate. So what somebody asked about the monkeypox.
Yeah, I got it.
Monkeypox.
I have monkeypox.
Isn't it only that's a sexually transmitted disease, right? You can only
Oh, is it?
contract it.
No,
Yeah.
you can
Gay people.
contract it.
That's what somebody said. I'm like, what?
Well, that's what they are saying though. But you can contract it from if you eat off the same thing, or if you drink a cup, or if they like the same way that you transfer chicken pox is the same way that you can transfer monkeypox.
Oh, so okay, so I mean, what do it do to you?
It just put bumps all over you. But if it's a real bad case, you can pass away. But more so, it's just bumps.
Do we have a lot of cases in it here yet?
Yes, they just now found 2 children, which are the youngest in DC.
Oh man, wow.
You should. Those not
Started
just
out
keep
in,
acting a fool.
Huh?
It started out in Massachusetts and it's been spreading since.
Of course, Massachusetts.
Man, these people, dude. Yeah, where did this only get? How the hell do only gay people get it? That don't even make sense.
That's what I said when I heard it. But they're saying
you gotta make it believable.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, it only go to gay people. So how is there a cure for it? What they got for it?
Well, they're making a jab for it.
Oh, here they go.
You know, they also just now found polio as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
here it comes.
So they,
I know you're right.
So they just not gonna stop, huh?
No.
Oh no.
And we got hepatitis A out here right now as well. You can catch from strawberries. There's another one that's called like Goo Guy or something.
Let open the floodgates.
Listen,
Open the floodgates. Here it comes.
listen. Well, there's just shut down there after 10.
Yeah, bird flu is back as well.
It's gonna be the bubonic plague part 2 next. Watch.
Yeah, bird flu is back as well.
That's crazy. So now you have to
Gates said. What did Gates say, brother?
Right, he did say more coming.
I want to know how he said it, man. How he said it.
How he said?
Yeah.
Well, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have another wave of influenza, and we just have to be ready for it. We have to be ready.
You know what, Gates? I think you the one help create this stuff.
Yeah, Gates.
No, tell me. No, see, you slip. You supposed to be. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you didn't ask Fauci, you know.
I'm tripping. I didn't got excited. Got the wrong person.
Okay, somebody visits 2 cases in children in Indiana.
2 cases of children. That's bad. That's bad.
In Indiana, in your state, so y'all be careful out there.
Yeah. It's spreading. It's a lot of viruses out here right now.
And
you know what, royalty? You know what? You do not know what you are talking about. Okay?
What you are talking about.
What they said.
You do not know what you are talking about.
That's what they said.
The email is at the bottom. It's twostrongpodcast@gmail.com. twostrongpodcast@gmail.com.
Monkeypox.
The monkeypox.
Monkey.
Man, dude. So
somebody read that.
Read what?
Somebody said that's what they're saying in Australia. The LGBT, they got their own version of the monkeypox.
Boy.
It's the crazy stuff that they're reporting, y'all.
So okay. Hold on. So I think I might. I'm getting old. Royalty. What was it? What kind of cure? Only the vaccination. They got a vaccination coming up for it.
Of course, because they need their coins, they need their money.
Oh man,
big pharma.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
And that's why.
You gonna take it, Mark?
Yeah.
That's why Gates is no longer. What is his name? The guy that you just said, Bill Gates,
Fauci.
whatever.
Fauci.
Bill Gates. That's why he's no longer. He's no longer into. He's pulling out of technology completely already.
No, he ain't. No,
you know what he's doing? Yeah, you know what he is now. Look it up.
She said, "Yeah, don't play with me."
No, he ain't.
Listen,
I'm telling you right now, he ain't doing it.
I'll be talking about it this week. Tune in to just face it.
He ain't doing it.
He is the #1 farmer in the world.
I know, but he's not pulling out of the other one at all.
You don't think he'll put out of it?
Heck no. That's no.
Why would GMOs is the next big boom, just like vaccines?
Here's why.
Yeah, they're rioting right now in Australia. I mean,
where's
that?
He's not doing it. I can prove he's not pulling out.
You don't think he's gonna pull out?
You know why?
Why?
Because he's still making money, right?
Of course, he's gonna make money.
Okay, right. No, he's still making money. And who
it's not gonna be his #1 focus anymore. There's no need. What do you need to focus social media?
Who is he? Who is he funding?
It's funding a lot of people.
The who?
It's fun.
He's funding the who?
The new richest technology guy. What's his name?
As long as he funds the who, he's got everything. Everything. Because you know what? You can't say nothing against the who on any social media platform. Why? Because the who got everybody in their back pocket. He's still fun. He's still in it, man. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. He got the who in his back pocket.
So he said he getting out of it or what?
He said that's what he said.
He also said he didn't put any. He also said he didn't test in
That's what he
Africa.
purported.
He said he didn't test in Africa too.
He didn't what?
That's well known that he's doing that.
Yeah, but he said he didn't though. I'm just saying he say that though.
They all
So why did he say he pull it out, Savage?
What do you mean?
No, I was
Force
asking,
people to follow his lead like he's been doing for the last 10, 20, 30 years.
he said what now?
To force people to move to go in his direction.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. No, I really don't know. I wouldn't be able to say either way on that. I just don't have no idea. I was wondering why did he? I mean, I'm sure he said.
He's always 10, 20 years ahead of everybody else.
Yep. So he moving on. So maybe he just moving on.
So he's going to always be invested into technology, but his main focus when it comes to new is going to be GMOs and farming.
He always lying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Always lying.
Technology.
That's why they buying up all that land. Buying up all the land.
He's
from
buying
farmers.
land from here. They said he has this. The amount of farm that they say he owns is the size of Hong Kong.
Wow.
Easily.
That's not even counting Africa that he's taking land in already.
Wow.
He's been doing that since the 70s.
Yeah, but like I said, 10, 20, 30 years, he's always ahead.
I'm just saying he might be buying that up, but his hand is never going to be out of that other thing he say he's
never
done
will
with.
be out. No,
he ain't gonna be done with that.
But his new focus is definitely farming.
Yeah,
he got to get the stuff that he's building chemically into you somehow.
Yeah, of course.
Instead of saying take a jab, he said eat this. It's a bug. I just made it.
He gonna be making bugs.
I just built this bug real quick here. Hey Corey, you want to see something crazy?
Absolutely, I love crazy.
Look at this, right? You're gonna be shook.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe.
Tell me that's not Michael.
To make this season bright.
Oh, wait a second now.
With her eyes on glow, find it hard to sleep.
Is that the son?
That was about.
Tell me that's not Michael Jackson.
Man,
that is
Why does that
Jermaine's
look
boy.
like the son standing next to him?
You know that's so. I got a question, man. This is weird to me. Then, how are you the biggest star? I'm gonna say biggest star ever, the biggest star ever, and your son singing and sounds just like you, but don't nobody know? Is that weird?
Yeah, that's weird.
No,
it is pretty weird.
That's really weird to me. That's crazy.
I'm telling you that Michael had white kids that weren't his, and the black kids he probably gave them to Jermaine. He just handed them off. You know,
He said they
look black. Yeah, because
like, wait,
you can look. Michael Jackson had a nose job, right? None of his black kids came out with a nose. None of the black kids came out with black noses.
So what
You
you
realize
say?
that none of his kids, none of his actual kids that he calls his children look black at all, right?
Janet, didn't she have the nose on Good Times?
But that's not
Janet had the nose on Good Times. She did.
Yeah, she had the nose.
She had a nose job.
That's a nose job. That's a nose job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a nose job, but she was born with the nose, the same nose as
Big nose.
Yep.
Go to
She
Good
did.
Times. Go ahead,
Mhm.
Marlon.
You're talking about the big nose, right? You're talking about the big nose.
Go type
But
it in.
But that's not
Yep.
his daughter. That's not Michael's daughter.
Queen B, you up to something? What you got up there? You being quiet? Come on.
I'm saying
let
his
it out.
children don't have that nose.
I was thinking, Lord
Yeah, Michael's
alive,
children don't
God.
have his nose.
Y'all talking about him having kids, but did y'all see the documentary on how the kids even came about from the women
From like
that
that
was having the baby? Like he wouldn't even touch them. So who to say who the baby daddies is? I mean, we don't know.
That's why
I
I
mean, 'cause he
say
wouldn't do anything.
But
Test
kids don't
tube
just be
babies.
born and start sounding like people.
no. But that's what I'm saying. That particular kid that
Right.
belongs to Jermaine, I don't think that's Jermaine's kid.
Oh,
You think it's Michael's?
I think that's Michael's kid.
so you talking about? Hold on. So he done
Wait a
said
minute, Marlon.
that. So Mike is a racist. Mike was a
Yeah,
racist.
that's what he's implying.
Michael
Take
handed
these
off.
nigglings.
No, hear me out. Hear me why. Here's why I'm saying it. Okay, if you look at Michael's kids, the one that they say belong to him, they don't have black features like they did when.
But they're
like,
not with black women, Marlon.
Jermaine,
No,
I'm going to need you to
that's not-
take these
that's not
black
the point.
kids off
Look.
my hands.
Okay, look here. How strong? You said that the genes. You said the Jackson genes are strong, right?
Yeah.
What part of the Jackson genes is the strongest? Look
The
at all of
nose.
them and tell me what.
It's really the facial features.
And it just happened that none of them have his nose, but because he don't have his nose.
I mean,
And it's a
everybody don't
plastic
have
nose.
nose.
Those are test tube babies,
Come on,
Marlon.
man.
Damn.
But they can
They
still have
are.
his features.
Test
They
tube,
gonna still have his
baby.
features. They
Hold
gonna
up.
still have his features.
Bottom
man.
line, I gotta know something.
Mhm.
Merlin, are you saying that Mike was a racist, man?
No, no. If he was racist, he wouldn't have proclaimed that his kids would have been with a white woman.
Well, he gave away the black ones.
He gave away the one that looked like his original self. If he gave away the one that looked like him when he was younger, he was trying to escape his younger look. You remember? Because he wasn't black enough to be black, and he wasn't white enough to be white. When he was younger and being in the music industry, if you remember correctly, Michael Jackson didn't fit into any of the genre of music he was doing. The whites didn't like him, and the blacks didn't like him. That's why he went through all the facial construction he did, because he was trying to look like one or the other.
That's a strong one. I mean, come on, man. You done gave away the dark skinned kids, man.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna give away the kid that looked like me.
I bet not
Especially
find
if I don't
Mike.
like how I look.
I bet
he
not
didn't like
find
how
out
he
Mike
looked.
did that. If he
He
did that,
didn't like how he looked. He didn't like
Who
how
are
he looked.
Michael Jackson's kids?
Paris,
Blanket.
Paris and Blanket.
Blanket.
who said, listen, man, I got a question.
I just want to know
What
why.
was you thinking when you looked at the baby and said, I'm gonna
Blanket.
name that baby Blanket?
Blanket. Is Blanket the one that he?
It's like
he
it's like
held
naming
over-
it's like
Dangled over the edge. Yes.
Blanket is the one that he held over the edge.
Balcony. Yes.
Yeah. He had a blanket wrapped around Blanket and he hung him over the balcony.
what? So
Yeah. Mhm.
that's like you look at a kid and say, I'm gonna name you Couch.
I know, right?
Like, where did you get
I'm gonna name you Towel.
yeah, like what
Blanket.
I'm gonna name you Envelope.
Blanket.
you didn't think about when they go to school or nothing. You know, they gotta sit there and they do the roll call. Blanket. Yeah. She sit there like, not me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
he's certainly
like I
trying to
said-
push the envelope with
Like
that.
I said, I'm gonna prove my point to y'all one way or another. Look at this, right?
Hey, listen,
These are his
listen. I
kids.
got a really funny joke.
This
I
is
got a really
Michael's
funny
kids.
joke.
Those are his
You want me to
kids?
believe- You want to believe those are Michael Jackson's children, right? The girl and the son. You want me to believe that? Honestly,
Wow.
Man, that one look mean, man.
really?
Which one is
You want me
Blanket?
to, you want me to
Well,
buy
you-
the smallest one?
You guys do know that their mother, the woman that
I don't care. I don't
him,
care what their mother looked like. None of them look anything close to what Michael Jackson looked like at all.
Which one is Blanket?
None of them carry even a
That's
small amount of
the
Jackson
little
jeans
one.
in them.
The one
only
that's mad.
way, the
Oh, the
only
one
way
that's
they can
mad.
carry Jackson jeans is if they
Oh,
wore
I'll be
them.
pissed off too with the name of like Blanket.
If they wore Michael Jackson's jeans when he was younger, that's the only way they're gonna fit in the Jackson jeans. That's the only way they have Jackson jeans.
So you saying them ain't his kids?
And no, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on,
Hey, I'm
man.
just
Hey, with that one in that
I mean,
sweater,
I
look
hear
like
what
it
he's
could be
saying.
big.
Yeah.
Queen B, come on, you say
Prince,
what
yes.
Queen B, come on, tell it what you had to say.
I said the one that was in that sweater looked like it could be one of Jet Li kids.
Oh damn. No, that's cold. That's cold. That ain't even right.
You going to jail?
Victory.
You gonna get us banned? You did child.
That ain't even right.
Hold
That's
on.
cold.
So the
I'm
little-
That was cold.
sticking to my crazy theory that he handed his kids, the real kids, and had Jermaine raise them.
Mm.
while
And
he
Jermaine
didn't
has
raise
a
him-
kid that he don't even want either. So
while he
yeah.
while he hid one of his own kids.
Mhm.
Sound, and he was singing that song too. That was his son. That was,
I don't
Allegedly.
think nothing past the Jacksons, so
yeah, I know, right?
I just don't.
I know. You just can't put nothing past them because you just don't know. It's you have to expect the unexpected with them. Because
I should drive to Gary and see if I can get somebody to talk to me. Go pull right up in front of his house
there you go.
because it's right there, it's like right there in the hood, man.
Do you think that the people that's there? But
No, anybody living in it, but the neighbors and stuff, the neighbors'
like
families.
old people that's been there for a long time.
They know history about, I'm sure they'd be out there talking to people. So, I mean, I went by there a few the times I went, it was pretty quiet. It wasn't nobody. It was just kind of like I expected people to be all around it, but it wasn't. It was just blank, just sitting there with a fence around it.
Mm.
But I don't know. I want to talk to some people and get some real firsthand inside scoop on what's going on. Especially with all these different babies going around and people singing like them and all this, because when you get to that kind of status, people make up all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, I believe that most things that are made up, they come from some bit of truth. You know what I'm saying? I said most, not all. You know, so I really believe that because, you know, I say it's always a little bit of truth in every lie.
Yeah.
I say most of them because some people lie so bad it's crazy. I don't know where to get that stuff from. You just made up something.
I think I know a couple of names.
So
that could fit
speaking
that.
of
Yeah, I
Michael
know
Jackson. So speaking of Michael Jackson, how did y'all feel about the phone call that he supposedly made the night before his death or 2 days before his death? How do y'all feel about that?
What phone call?
You know, I heard it, but you know me, Andrea. I think you might know what I'm gonna say. I don't know if it's real or not.
So there was a phone call that he supposedly was trying to get help, and he was saying that they were going to end up killing him, basically, and that he was scared, or they could set him up and have him murdered. Now, this phone call happened only just a couple days before he was died, and it really does seem like he was scared. Now, we don't know what he was talking about, obviously, but it seems like he was kind of spooked. A whole bunch.
Because but what he said it wasn't the government though. He was like, I don't. It's he like he didn't know. That's the part that threw me off. He was like, he don't know who the people are, and he was like, but it's not the government.
Yeah,
that's the part that threw me off. So it seemed like a hidden agenda to me. Like somebody could have had somebody do it with his using his voice to take the government out the loop or something. Because why would he put such a big emphasis on it's not the government, but then you saying but you don't know who it is?
Well. When he first was trying to get his stuff out of Sony's hands, he had mentioned back then that they were going to try to kill him for trying to go independent. He mentioned that out loud in many events where he said, "No, I think they may end up trying to do something to me because I'm trying to get independent and release my records." Yeah, and when he bought out most of the Beatles' rights and stuff, they hate. Like anyone said, they hated. He had mentioned it years ago that he was in fear that they were going to try and kill him. He said that before.
Yeah.
Which is why he wouldn't include the government.
Same way as well. Prince was fighting for his masters during the time of his death as well.
Man, this is an interesting comment. Joe Jackson pimped them kids or something when they were younger. Hell is waiting for them. I wonder. Okay, and I don't agree or disagree with that yet. I don't have a full conclusion to that. But one thing that goes in my mind when people say that, I'm like, those are his kids. Whether we agree or not with him getting them in the music industry and him getting paid from it. I mean, if my kids start singing right now, start making money, you better believe I'm getting some of that money. Why wouldn't I? I don't understand.
I know you're right. You didn't put your time in.
Yeah, I don't put my time in. Obviously, I have to manage them and handle their business. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that it's okay for somebody else to get some money, but not him or not me? That's crazy to me.
I guess it would depend on what he allowed his kids to go through to get that money.
Okay, so that would be wrong.
That's the only thing I could think of being pimped out is if you just say, yeah, make whatever they got to do to make the money, make them do.
Do you think he did that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I do think that.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't.
I look at how these kids turn out, and all of them got mental problems. Every last one of them.
Well, but when you say let or like, okay, so for it to be
turn a blind eye.
Yeah, well, I don't see him as the kind of person that would do that. Now, do I think he was a stand-up person or the best person? No, I'm not saying that, but to know that your kids are going through like all this demonic stuff and all that, and I don't know, man. But maybe I'm just being naive. That could very well be.
Yeah, from the stories I heard from each of his kids, he was not the most protective father in the industry, to put it mildly.
Man, I done had my kids lie on me too. Hey, look, and Rock can tell you, Rock done told plenty of lies on me. He'll get on here and tell you if I can get him to come on right now. The man said all kind of stuff.
But I'm looking at how your son turned out versus his.
Oh yeah, well, I thank God for that.
Yeah, so they can lie, but the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
So
I just believe that I think that that once they got so far, the industry sucked him up, and he didn't have much control at that point. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he intentionally said, "Here, y'all go. I know y'all gonna be screwed up." You know what I'm saying? Here you go. I just think that the industry came in and just kind of like took over, just took over. And you got to think about this. Once those kids get eight. First of all, they never lived a normal life from the beginning. That was from the gate, right? Even before they even got famous, because their dad was working them like 40 going north. But that's the mentality that we have in the hood sometimes when people are so driven, because they're like, look, we got to get up out the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We got to get up out the hood. So he working hard. So maybe it was a wrong thing, but I don't think his intentions was bad. This is just what I think. But then when things took off and the industry got involved, they saw the potential and they took over. And it pretty much wasn't nothing he can do about it. But then again, disclaimer, I don't know. I just this is what I think that's in my head.
Yeah.
Because I think that
I don't see what he could not have done. Most of them were still around the age that he could have stepped in. I mean, legally.
Well, what the thing is when they turn. Okay, so that's the point I was making. That from the time they were kids all the way up until they was 18, they never had a normal life. So they was already kind of pre-groomed to walk into this weird situation,
right?
Unintentionally though. You know what I'm saying? I think the intentions of the daddy was just to make his kids successful and instill good hardworking ethics in them and practice and discipline. And so that's what he did. Now, okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Just like with my son, I done literally put my hands on my son, my fists, right? That's inappropriate. That's wrong. But when I was doing these things, it wasn't, you know what? I'm gonna turn you into a bully. I want you to be a criminal. Then you can go to prison. How about that? It was never that. It was, I just don't want you to have to experience these things. So I'm trying to show you, which is completely ignorance, but that does not mean that it was intentional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I just don't think that he had any bad intentions, although he was doing wrong. That's my thoughts about it. And then once they turn 18, I mean, you got to think about, we say 18 because it's legal, right? But man, technically when a kid get 15, 16, well, maybe since it was way back so far, maybe 16, 17, 18 years old, 17, 16, 17, 18, they start getting like, man, forget you. I'm not listening to you.
Grandstanding. Yep.
Yeah. And so they walk into this situation blind, and then boom, there it is, and it's gone. And then at this point, he don't have no control.
Yep. If anything, I think he's guilty of is probably, maybe depriving him of a childhood, somewhat normal childhood, but that's probably the only thing he's probably guilty of. And of course, there's going to be some natural ramifications of that. But when they got old enough to make their own decisions, they probably got themselves into some situations that probably exacerbated their already traumatized upbringing. Yeah. So probably made it worse.
Just think about how aggressive Joe Jackson was. I mean, he was aggressive, man. It'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good one. I would like to talk to some of the kids and have a real one-on-one sit down with them without the camera, because on camera you never know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Any Jacksons out there? I know y'all listening. Somebody listening. No, I know for a fact. Let me say this. I know for a fact.
Oh, lying.
That some Jacksons and some Houstons is watching this video. All right. And if you are, hit us up. We want to talk to you about Joe. Who gonna stand up for old Joe?
Nobody gonna stand
up. Toya. We can get Toya.
Toya
Jackson. Anybody gonna stand up?
Did she move to another country or something?
Oh yeah, she'll tell you everything you want to know. Just put the money down.
Ain't nobody gonna stand up.
Nobody gonna stand up for Joe.
So
I'm gonna tell you now, nobody's gonna stand up for Joe.
Okay, here go a good question. She got to ask a question. Corey, do you think you would have listened if someone suggested differently? No. What, man? What you talking about? No.
The word LA law, the word you should have used is here's how I think you should have phrased the question. Would you listen if someone proved differently?
Yes. But it was
that's the word you want, is proved. Suggesting doesn't prove anything, and suggesting doesn't have anything to do with being right or proof. It just says, this is my suggestion, and I don't have to suggest. Yeah, I can listen to proof now.
Yeah, but the thing is that, and I'm gonna tell her why, because that's a really good question, and people need it. That was it's a good question. The reason I wouldn't listen because I was brought up that way. This is what I was taught, and that's the problem with people. like we grew up and see that's how daddy and them, that's how mama and them, my grandma, see my mama didn't, my daddy said, and we live by that. And then we push those same bad behaviors on our children. Then they push them on their children. But it's a cycle that got to be broken. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I was beat as a child. So I thought that was the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what? You're supposed to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. So but come to find out, I proved it to myself that it was wrong. And now I know. And that's why I'm so passionate about doing what I do on the bully, you know, with the bully prevention thing, because I know how parents feel. They frustrated, they don't know no better, and they think they're doing the right thing. So when you got somebody that's actually been through it, you can say, hey, look, I've been through this. This is the same thing I was thinking, and you can't do it because these are the results. Look, I got the proof right here. So that's a good point too, Marlon. Can you prove it? So now here it is. I got a program that can prove to you that it's the wrong thing to do. And on top of that, my son will speak on it, and he don't have to speak on it from a point of anger, because he's not angry at me anymore. He's forgiving me. Like, our relationship is like phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And so he can tell you with no emotions how this affected him as a child and what it put him through. So we got the proof all the way from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but at that time, would I have listened? Absolutely not, because I knew everything. And I knew that how I was raising my child was the right way, because that's how I was raised. And that's terrible, and it's pure stupidity. So yeah. So but well, I've had kids lie on me too though now. I mean, Corey lied. I don't blame him for lying on me, you know what I'm saying, for the stuff I put in.
He only has 3 kids, not 4.
Who, Prince?
Yeah, no, Michael. Yes.
Big Mike. So how many he really got?
Just 3. Well, I think he has 2, but that's just me. I think he got 2 kids.
I want to know if do anybody want to call in and ask any questions? That'd be fine. I know y'all got a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get some calls coming in.
So while everybody calling in, did y'all hear Orlando Brown say that Michael Jackson was his father?
Who?
Oh yeah.
Orlando Brown.
That dude is clinically
down and said
insane.
Michael Jackson his father.
Yeah, that guy is
serious.
He's my daddy too.
Using it.
He's the Pepe. 877-247-0737. Who want to ask anybody on the screen a question and they got to answer? So be real specific who you
Whoa. Okay. I do not consent.
Yes, you do. 877-247.
You didn't tell me that this is part of the show.
Yeah.
Look, the answer can be none of your business.
Okay. If you signed under
I'm
Corey, you answer the question. If you ain't signed, you don't got to answer the question.
Well, if you don't sign, you ain't safe. 877-247-0737.
I'm good.
Interesting. I like that.
877-247-0737. Give us a call. We want to hear from you. Nobody want to call. Let me see.
Yo,
Corey, I am not a hold on, hear this.
Go ahead.
Corey, I am a psychiatrist and was not raised that way at all. I was perplexed by that. So I try to offer suggestion, and I can prove it, but never want to invalidate what a person does in their home. I don't understand that.
Probably a different.
Hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Corey.
Hey, how you doing?
My name is Nora. I'm calling from Florida.
All right.
I have really no questions. I just want to tell you guys that you're awesome. I've been watching for the past 3 months, and you guys are really, really awesome.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Make sure you at least check out all the channels. Okay.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, please check out all the channels, please. And you shall decide which one you want to watch, or you might want to watch all of them, because we all come in with some good stuff. I know Queen B is like the let me see, she's like the I want to say the most mature, but she got sneaky jokes, so I can't say that for sure. She got them low-key jokes on you that make you be like, wait a minute, she just clowned me. you won't realize it the next day you wake up and like, oh heck, you know.
Wow.
Oh man.
Them sneak jabs.
I'm trying to see what she meant.
I
Let's
gotta
see.
get a pen.
I'm a psychologist, and was not raised that way at all. I was perplexed by that. So I try to offer suggestion, and I can prove it, but never want to invalidate what a person does in their home.
Basically, she goes against anything when it comes to what Joe Jackson did, because she's seen the effects that it had on children. So
Oh, okay. Thanks.
she can give you of why it does cause problems.
Oh, okay. All right. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, this is Renee again from St. Louis. How are you all doing this evening?
We're doing
Hey, hey, Renee.
I think that young man Blanket, I think something's really, he looks strange when they show him on the camera. You know, once that happened to Michael, he was staying at a home separate from the family with a maid. Who does that for a minor? I think something is really wrong with him, unfortunately. I hope they give him the help that he needs because he looks like something is really not right with him.
Yeah.
You all have a blessed Sunday.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Take care.
I thought Blanket was a girl.
No.
Me too.
You done named the boy Blanket?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You should see some of the celebrity names.
Hey, when it ain't yours, you can do what you want, you know.
You assist that with this. That boy said he was the Pepe. He was the Pepe.
You see he's pissed off. You see that look on his face.
Yeah.
He was
You
pissed.
see why he always want to lay down?
Right. Where my damn blanket at? I'm tired.
Y'all can listen. We can't be over here talking about kids. Leave that boy alone.
I know, right?
I mean, wait.
I'm
boy,
done. I'm done.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I'm done.
Yeah, right. Yes, you is. Let's take another call. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is the psychologist.
Hey.
that wrote on here.
I'm glad you called because
that-
I want to know what you exactly. I couldn't already grasp what you were saying to me. Yeah, I'm a little slow, so can you break it down for me? I'm the dummy.
No, so basically, I was saying as a psychologist, and I think part of the reason I studied psychology is because I just really was curious about a lot of things.
Mhm.
So I worked in schools for over 20 years now. And what I have found is a lot of parents don't realize that when they yell or just get really angry, they're basically dehumanizing their child and embarrassing them. And kids are really sensitive to that. And I think parents don't realize it because they want to correct them. And what I was saying is that I wasn't raised that way, but I do know that you have to be firmer with some kids than others. And I was not the kind of kid, like my mom could just look at me a certain way and I was like, I'm sorry, you know. But there are some kids that are not like that. Like humiliation still doesn't work. It's like you gotta try to find that, say, rules without relationship equals rebellion.
Absolutely. Royalty, what's
So does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, but okay, so but you telling me that, like, so your question, so to answer your question, just say that if you'd have met me, right, and you'd have told me that, I wouldn't have believed you. You know why? Because you said like you ain't never been through it, and you're a psychiatrist, and that wouldn't have held no. And no offense, I'm just giving it to you in the raw. I just speak.
No,
bluntly.
I wouldn't have told you in my role and my job. I would not have said, "Oh, I wasn't raised that way."
But
I would just give different examples.
But even if you told me, I would you wouldn't have had no credibility with me, because I would have said, well, you just a psychiatrist and you don't know. And so understanding too that in our culture, I know people say don't make it a black and white thing, but it is a black and white thing. In our culture, we don't receive psychiatrists. We think that y'all are. This is no. I'm not saying this to you. I'm just telling you what the overall census is.
Yeah,
we think,
I think as a general
general consensus. We think that psychiatrists are just talking. Y'all just went to school and you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And life could teach us better than what you could ever teach us, because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you went to school, you're a doctor. I'm just telling you it's the truth.
Even though there's all this research on
yes.
Behavior and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things that psychology does not get right. But I mean, even the Bible says about not provoking your children to anger.
Right. So that's what I would have.
Wisdom in that.
So that's what I would have said. I'd have been better off somebody showing me that in the Bible than for a psychiatrist to tell me, because it would hold more validity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use both, but I'll tell you, I can't say that kind of thing in a public school setting.
No, I understand. You understand.
Which is why I left.
So no, but this is what I tell people. So I used to think that people going to see counseling stuff was stupid. I really did. I thought that was stupid. I did. I thought it was dumb. So until I got older, I'm like, you know what? We need to get away from that. So it is okay to go to see and talk to people and be a counselor. But Black people, we are taught not to do that. And I can tell you why we taught that. Because a lot of times we're raised and our parents are really tough on us, right? And so we don't want them sitting down talking to those psychiatrists, because they're gonna tell all our business in the house that's going on in the house.
Right.
So we swear away from
we are like warned to confidentiality. So
yeah. So
yeah.
But I understand. But no, now I
But
understand.
have you ever been in a situation though where you're talking to a friend? Because this happens to me a lot. I'm sharing something with a friend, and then rather than them respond to what I've said, they start talking about themselves. Well, for me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, you didn't really offer any help. And so that's one of the examples that I use about going to talk to someone, because you're going to have that person's undivided attention. And then you can look at them and say, hey, do you have any direction or input for me? And they can usually point you in a better direction than a friend that's going to say, well, girl, this is what happened to me.
Right, because that's what they're going to do.
And then they go off on a tangent.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah,
you leave the conversation feeling more empty than we started.
Right. Sometimes friends, that's a good point, because sometimes friends just want you to listen. They don't want you to talk. Just listen.
Yep.
That's true.
And so then they always bring up, and I'm gonna let it go. But then they say, don't spare the rod. So that's the verse I went to. As soon as somebody says, I say, yeah, but the Bible said don't spare the rod, spoil the child. So it's a balance that got to be figured out. And the answer is just, lean on the Holy Spirit to guide you in all your ways. So that's the only way.
Well, be on the lookout for an email from me, because the other night when I was watching you guys, a couple of things went through my mind, and it's probably better if I just write it in an email.
Okay, I'll be looking for it. Okay.
All righty.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye. What's up, Mark?
So a little clarification on this so-called rod and child thing. A lot of the references in scripture were all shepherd based, because it was such a popular profession, and a lot of men were indeed either people that worked in the fields or shepherds. By sparing the rod, spoiling the child, the whole premise was not necessarily of a whipping, but a guiding. If you stop guiding the child, because they would use the rod to force the sheep back into the pen and back into line and away from the bramble bushes and away from. So sometimes they would have to smack the sheep, but not all the time did they use the rod to smack the sheep. That rod of correction would mean to correct the pathway that the sheep is going on, to correct the sheep. That's not always a whipping, beating, smashing, kicking in the face. But, sometimes the sheep wouldn't listen to the rod, and you'd have to go pull the sheep out of the bramble bush. So I want people to make sure that you understand that when it says, the rod isn't necessarily a violent thing. It's more of an instructionary guiding, and using that shepherd's rod to kind of coax the sheep back into.
Yeah, and so, but the problem with that is so many different people got so many different interpretations of it, and people are going to believe how they believe it. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to respond to how they believe it. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, like I said, if you'd have said that to me, I wouldn't have listened, because of that. I would have used that verse right back at you. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I wouldn't use the verse at all. But I don't use Bible verses for most things, especially when it comes to making decisions at the moment. The only thing that can help you there is the Holy Spirit, and that comes directly from God. So that's my thoughts on that. So going back, I wouldn't have did not even half the things I did as far as raising my child. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son, I wouldn't have. But now I've learned better, and things are a lot different. But that's at that time, that's what I would have said. Like, well, what about this? You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. And I didn't really know too much about the Bible. I mean, I read it, but I didn't really hear at that time about God or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at. And so that's why I think that when you can take somebody that's been through it and that can talk to you face to face, and I actually been through it and I can walk you and show you, that holds more credit than a psychiatrist. Because who's trying to listen to it? Who's listening to a psychiatrist? They don't have the answers. I remember, I want to tell a quick story about that. I remember I was in a meeting trying to get some money to fund my program, and these doctors just asked me, so what qualifies you? And they got mad. This is what I told them. I said, what qualifies me is my experience, study, and research, what I've been through and what I observed. You know what I'm saying? And I can share my story, and my story hold more weight than what you're doing. So why don't you have a doctor on your board? I said, because doctors don't have the answer. Because if they did, I want to know two things. One, why haven't they given up the answer? And two, you know what I'm saying? Do you really know the answer? Because the thing is, if the doctors knew the answers, then why are we still going through this, and why are things steady getting worse? So I just think that experience and hands-on and people talking and communicating with each other and sharing their stories would be more helpful. Now, do we need some other direction there? Yeah, but I believe that comes from the Holy Spirit. It comes from God, and we don't need all these degrees and stuff to learn that stuff. I mean, I don't see how we come to the point where we think we need a degree in order to know how to raise our children.
Right.
But again, that's my take on it. And my name is Corey. Everybody got their own way. But what I do know is that because I turned to God and I'm doing things completely different, then I'm having a much different, way different outcome right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's my proof. So say, prove it. Okay, boom, here go my kids. This is what's going on with them now versus this one. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. And I learned a lot from him, because these words coming from a child, and I'm gonna tell you, Corey is highly intelligent. And I don't say that in a bragging way. I'm just telling you what's real. This dude is highly, like, genius intelligence. He took the SATs, he scored, and I'm gonna figure out how to prove it. 99% higher than every kid in the country. He got a letter from the president, a sealed letter from the president, inviting him to the White House. And I had some other stuff going. I wasn't going to the White House. I put that letter in Jordan and said, it ain't happening. But I wish I could, because it was a lot of openings for him. You know what I'm saying? But I dropped the ball. So, but this is where I'm at.
Wow, that's incredible. Wow,
Royalty, you sleep. All right. Any last words from anybody? Royalty ready to go to sleep. Any last words?
I just thank everybody that came out and just kicked it with us. It was a good conversation. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to Queen B. That is me. And make sure that you guys tune in at 11 o'clock. I will be going to a different time on August the 1st. So I'll be in the evening. So you guys make sure you come out and support my brothers and my sisters. I am just so happy to be able to be a part of the Fair Media team. And I'm just eating up some Savage Royalty and the Real Unword. The Real Unwoke, and then I love me some, the Real Unwork. Okay, that's your name.
Unwork. Jesus.
Real Unwork.
Wow.
Dang, it's like that.
I'm sorry.
The Real Unwork.
I'm trying to give a good extra speech. Maybe that's why nobody would vote for me if I if I ran for president. I can give a good extra speech. I'm sorry.
Give me my vote back.
Wow. Marcus his head like, wow.
Well,
she talk about me,
make sure
right?
you stop in tomorrow. Make sure you stop in tomorrow, and we're gonna go over that story together.
All right. No, I think she was talking about Unwoke, or was she talking about you? She was talking about Unwoke.
No, I'm saying, but
No,
she's talking about me talking about people.
Marlon, don't even get me started on you.
See.
Why did the Blood gang member leave the Bloods? What? Because he wanted to be a Kryptonite like somebody. I was like, what? What did the Blood gang? Who told him that?
Because he wanted to be a
Kryptonite.
Oh my God.
I thought they said Michael Jackson was a Blood or something.
It's going down tonight. Is that
mom's had some good jokes. It said, "Who pissed on blanket? Because who peed on blanket? Because now he's pissed."
Yeah.
Man, y'all are.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's
I like
wrong.
that one. That's a good one. It's what it is.
Oh man. All right. So what we got? So tomorrow's lineup is Royalty. What time you come on tomorrow? I mean Queen B. You first, ain't you? You come on at 11.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, and I might can slide one in tomorrow evening. We'll see.
And then Royalty is at 5, right?
5 p.m. Y'all can follow me on Just Face It.
And then Too Strong in the House. We come on at 8. And right after us,
oh
it's the
yeah,
real, what she call you again? The real what?
The Real Unwork. What'd she say? The Real Unwork.
Hey, look, she was looking like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. And
I cried 2 tears in a bucket. Let's take it to the stage.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. 9 o'clock, y'all. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, yo. So we just we appreciate y'all coming in and kicking it with us today. We know that Queen B got problems, y'all, so it ain't gonna change. That's how she is. She gonna just keep talking about us, and we better take it or she gonna sting us. That's it. And Royalty will sit back like, yeah, that's right, Queen. Get her. Get him, Queen B. Snipe him. All right. So we will see y'all. We will see you all tomorrow. So make sure you all tune in. Wait, what's today? Sunday. Yeah. So we'll be going full flame tomorrow. We appreciate you all coming in, and do us a favor for the flavor. Wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We out of here.
Peace.